Exercise is arguably one of the most potent, safest, and effective things in managing our health and improving our health. And yet we have a hard time finding the time to exercise, don't we? And I say we, myself included. I have a very hard time. You guys, the study after study comes out and it shows us the effects of exercise on mental health, physical health, getting us stronger, decreasing or eliminating pain, preventing and managing cardiovascular disease and diabetes. The effects of exercise are huge and innumerable, really. And yet we have a hard time finding the time. We invest tons of time and money into our cars, our homes, our technology at home. We invest so much into our stuff, but what about ourself? I'd like to encourage you guys today to try to take a step in the right direction. I know it's hard, but you know what? You're not going to find the time. If you're looking to find it, it's not going to happen. You have to make the time, and that's really the theme of today. But I'd like to share with you more specifically three of the most important things, in my opinion, that you should consider just to try to make the most out of your day if you're trying to make the time to exercise. Number one, adopt a one thing per day perspective. Now, what I mean by this is that sometimes, in my experience at least, I found that if I'm failing to make it to the gym or I'm failing to exercise, that stuff, the bad stuff stacks up on top of other bad stuff, and it really demotivates me to want to make it to the gym. I take a look back at the last week of no exercise and I think, man, I'm not doing it. Last thing I want to do today is go to the gym, so I guess I'll sit out another day. That's happened to me sometimes. And the best way to get past that is to make that first win and is to take that first step in the right direction. And so by adopting a one thing per day perspective, you can essentially choose one thing. This is really when you're starting out, okay? You can choose one thing that you can do that day that's going to make you healthier. One movement, one piece of exercise, no matter how small, that you're going to do that day, and you're going to win, and you're going to choose it in the right direction for your health. Now that can be going to bed a couple hours early so that you can wake up a little bit early to make it to the gym. It can be taking your dog out on a walk. It can be trying to ride your bike to work, or maybe parking a little bit farther away in the parking lot. You guys, it doesn't have to be huge, but doing one thing, getting that one win in for today is going to help tomorrow to be better. Number two, reconsider what exercise is for you at your stage. Especially if you're starting out, you don't have to start out with a marathon training. You don't have to start out with powerlifting in a bunch of really, really intense 2-hour long exercise sessions. It doesn't have to be like that. Exercise can very much be playing with your kids and choosing to put your phone down at the park and go play around with your kids, or play and splash around with them in the pool. It can be walking your dog. It can be a lot of different things. But if you have your sights set on exercise has to every day be 2 hours of the most intense, gut-wrenching work you've ever put in, you're not setting yourself up well for success. So that might be something you want to think about. Number three, get your support system on board. And you guys, this is, I think, one of my favorite tips. Your spouse, your significant other, your parents, your children, people need to know that exercise is important to you if you want to feel supported and you want to get that extra motivation to reach your goals. And you know what? They're not going to know that unless you tell them. I have had husbands and wives tell me that they don't feel supported at home when they're trying to make it to the gym, or they're trying to go to a yoga session, or to go out on a run, and they feel stuck sometimes because the people at home maybe don't understand what they're going through. They don't understand how important exercise is to this person. And you know what? Your family's not going to know unless you tell them. And I think that's where most of us should start. Sit down with people that you love. Tell them, look, I've been struggling with back pain for a little while, and I really need to start taking steps in the right direction for my health. So I'd like to start trying to commit to exercising 3 to 4 days a week. Something along that lines. Tell them how important it is. Tell them your why. Get them involved in your motivation, and you will be that much more likely to succeed. You guys, I hope this is helpful. Please leave a comment below, and check out the website if you'd like to read more on this article. All right, thanks.